If you haven't been living under a rock for the last 4 years, you'll know that the 2026 World Cup kicks off in around 24 days at the time of recording. So, I was sitting here trying to think of a video idea, and I said, why not make a World Cup video so that you can come back and clown me for it after the tournament ends? I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible. I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible, but some biases may creep in. So let's go. Group A, we start here: Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the Czech Republic. I think it's pretty clear to me that Mexico will top the group, although South Korea, honestly, it might just be tied between those two. But I'm going to start with Mexico topping the group, followed by South Korea, maybe on goal difference, followed by the Czech Republic and South Africa last. In Group B, I'm going to go with Canada to top the group, and then Switzerland second, Qatar third, and Bosnia fourth. I know they beat Italy, but I just think Qatar will be the better team. On to Group C, Brazil will pretty easily top this one. Morocco second. I know they had an incredible World Cup last time around, but I just don't think they can replicate it again this year. Haiti and Scotland. It's going to be Scotland. I have no faith for Haiti. Group D, over here, again, I think Turkey is the clear favorite. USA second, Paraguay third, and I'm going with Australia to finish fourth in the group. And by the way, as I'm sure you're all aware, some of these third place teams will go through to the next round because it's the round of 32 now, so directly to the round of 16. The 8 best third place teams go through also, I'm honestly not sure how that's calculated, but yeah. Group E, Germany's going to top this one. Easy. Although I do think they could do some, match manipulation of some sort, lose a game on purpose, draw a game, so they finish second and they don't have to face France in the round of 16, assuming they make it through, obviously. Second is going to be Ecuador, and then after that it's going to be Ivory Coast, and fourth, Curacao. They really have no chance. Over here, the Netherlands is going to top this group, with Japan coming in second, Sweden third, and Tunisia is going to be fourth. Over in Group G, again, it's really not that strong of a group, but I'm going Belgium. They're clear favorites. Egypt second, Iran, honestly, in normal cases, I would have put them second. Maybe topping the group if Belgium have a slump, but I just don't think so. They're going to finish third, with New Zealand coming in fourth. Group H, it's going to be Spain. Really no debate about it. I mean, they're the reigning Euros winners. They're one of the favorites for this tournament, but we'll get to that part later. Second is going to be Uruguay. Third is going to be Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde is going to finish fourth. Group I, this is France. There's no debate. I don't want to hear anybody out. This is going to be France. Norway, second, although Norway is a really good team. They may be the dark horses of this tournament. Maybe, we'll see. But I do think Norway has a solid team. Not a winning team, but a solid team. And then Senegal is going to finish third, with Iraq fourth. The goal difference in the Iraq-France game is going to be insane. Over in Group J, it's going to be Argentina, followed by Austria, Algeria, and then Jordan last. Group K, Portugal is going to top this group somewhat easily. I think Colombia will come in second, although I do think they'll give a challenge. Uzbekistan and DR Congo, again, two relatively mediocre teams, but I'm going with Uzbekistan to finish third, and the DR Congo fourth going home. Over in Group L, England is going to top this group. I usually don't rate them that highly in these tournaments. I don't like how they play, but Thomas Tuchel, he's a knockout expert, so I think they will top the group, followed by Croatia, then Ghana, and finally Panama. All right, now select the third place teams. We're going to select the 8 best third place teams to go through into the next round. I think it's going to be Saudi Arabia, Sweden, Scotland. I honestly don't know how to feel about Iran. We'll come back to them. Algeria will go through. Senegal will go through. We have to select 3 more. Czech Republic will be one of them. Iran will be one of them. And I believe Paraguay will be one of them. Those are my third place teams, my best third place teams. All right, Now we go into the round of 32. Starting here, we have Germany playing Scotland. Again, this match happened during Euro 2024. It was the opening match of the tournament, I believe, and Germany won that game 5-1. Obviously, it was at home, it was a different team, it was a different Germany, had a lot of players. Neuer, actually, he's coming back for this World Cup if all things go according to plan. So it's going to be Germany. Scotland, again, they're a decent team, but they're not making it past this point. France will pretty handily defeat Sweden, I think. They are a good team, but they will be defeating Sweden, which sets up an incredible round of 16 game, by the way. Down here, South Korea, Switzerland, it's going to be Switzerland, although I do think South Korea is a really good team. I rate Switzerland very highly. Down here, the Netherlands and Morocco. Honestly, neither of these teams are really that impressive to me. The Netherlands, on paper, has an incredible defense. Morocco, obviously, we know what they're capable of, but I think it's going to be the Netherlands. I don't think Morocco has the X factor that they had going into the last tournament, the surprise, the momentum. It's going to be the Netherlands for me. Brazil against Japan. I believe this match also happened somewhat recently. It might have been a friendly, but Brazil's going to go through. And Norway is going to beat Ecuador. Again, I have really high hopes for Norway in this tournament. Although, now they will have to face Brazil, so we'll see about that. Mexico, Saudi Arabia. This is actually a pretty good game on paper, but I believe Mexico will go through. Saudi Arabia, they defeated Argentina in the last World Cup, who eventually won the tournament, so, I mean, anything's possible, but I just think it's going to be Mexico. Down here, England is going to beat Senegal. Again, like I said, Thomas Tuchel, he might not play the best. He might not. I talked about this yesterday. The man is a knockout specialist. He knows how to win these type of games. He knows how to go far in tournaments. And given these personnel, he has a genuine shot of winning it. I'm going with England. Colombia, Croatia. I'm going with Colombia. Croatia, they have some incredible players, but that team is old. It's been the same team for around, this is the third World Cup. They have a good team. They have a good chance. Obviously, with those types of players, you always have a chance, but I'm going with Colombia. Spain, Austria. This is also actually a really good game. Austria is a very good team, but Spain's going to win this one. Turkey is going to defeat Algeria. I don't think there's much debate here. Algeria is a good team. Turkey has a lot of talent, just as much as Norway in terms of dark horses, in my opinion, but I'm going to go with Turkey. Belgium, the Czech Republic. It's going to be Belgium. Again, Belgium, they have remnants of that golden generation, but they're really not as good as they once were. Czech Republic, it's a solid team, but, it's going to be Belgium. Argentina, Uruguay, this is actually a somewhat good game, but I'm going with Argentina here. Although Uruguay, again, they have that pedigree, they have the history, but it's going to be Argentina. The US and Egypt, this is actually kind of close on paper, honestly, but I think you have to go. Or actually, you don't have to. This is a hard one to predict, but I'm going with the USA just because of that home advantage. Down here, Canada, Iran. I'm going to go Canada, actually. Iran, they have the better team on paper, but Canada, they know how to function. At the Copa America, I believe it was third or fourth that they got. Fourth, because they lost to Uruguay. It's going to be, Canada's a good team. Again, they also have the home advantage, just like the US. I think they beat Iran. The players are going to be distracted. It might be motivated, but, I think Canada go through. Portugal, Paraguay, it's Portugal. That team is insane. It's going to be Portugal. On to the round of 16 now. Germany, France. Ooh. This is a really good game. It's really unfortunate that this game is going to happen this early. Obviously, assuming it all goes like this. But, France are the clear favorites here, but that German team, we saw it at Euro 2024. They looked terrible going into the tournament, but when they're clicking, when they're actually working as a team, it's a really, really good team. I don't know. It's a really, really hard one to predict. I'm stumped, but I mean, that French firepower, you got Elise, Dembele, Mbappe. I mean, it's a team where Doué and Barcola sit on the bench. Like, that's insane. But I'm going to give it to France. Although I think France go through on penalties here. Germany is an excellent team when they're clicking, but France is going to go through here. That team is just so good on paper. This is what I was referring to earlier. Germany, I feel like they might try to finish second in the group on purpose, just so they don't have to end up in this situation. All right, on to Switzerland, Netherlands. Again, two solid teams, honestly. They might as well be evenly matched here, but I think it goes to the Netherlands. And then on to Brazil, Norway. This game is actually a lot closer than it appears on paper because, like I was talking about earlier, Norway is a good team. When they beat, what was it? It was 3-1, 4-1. They defeated Italy. This is a really, really good team, but it's gonna be Brazil, I think, just because of the World Cup heritage, football heritage, as Jose Mourinho, who I talked about in my last video, you should check it out, would say. Mexico, England, it's going to be England. Like I said, Thomas Tuchel, knockout specialist. They are hungry. It's been like 60-something years. Come on, you got to lock in. Colombia, Spain. Colombia's a really good team. Spain's going through, though. Lamine Yamal should be coming back around this time, by the way. He's going to miss the start of that World Cup, but he'll be back around this time, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. Turkey and Belgium. This is actually a hard one. This is a hard one. I'm going to go with Belgium. Actually, I'm going to go with Turkey. I think they have what it takes to at least get out of the round of 16. I don't think they go further, but they got out of the round of 16. Argentina, United States, Argentina. The home advantage is not going to do them much good past this point. It's going to be Argentina. Canada, Portugal. This is Portugal. Like I said, Canada's a good team. They're not beating Portugal. Quarterfinals, France, Netherlands. France goes through here. This happened at the last World Cup. This happened at the Euros. Did it happen at the last World Cup? I think it did. I feel like it did. It happened at the Euros, though. It's happened in a friendly, I believe. It also happened in the Nations League. France is going to go through here. Spain and Turkey. This is a match that happened, I also think, happened at Euro 2024. But, did it happen at Euro 2024? No. Spain had, who did they have in their group? No, because Turkey was in Portugal's group during that tournament. So this didn't happen at Euro 2024, I believe. But anyway, Spain will be going through. Although I do remember seeing these two playing each other at one point, maybe in World Cup qualifying. I don't know. Brazil, England. Damn. This is a rough one. Again, it's really a shame that we're getting this much incredible games this early on in the tournament. But then again, that means we're going to get some real bangers in the later stages. I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse. But let's go. I'm going to go with England. Again, Thomas Tuchel. They have the better squad on paper, too. That squad is insane. On paper. That's the key word, on paper. Brazil also, they have that attack. Neymar's last dance. He'll be motivated. I think it's going to be England, though. And then onto here, we have Argentina and Portugal. Messi against Ronaldo at the top stage, the biggest stage of them all. Although I do think Portugal has the better team on paper, I think Argentina will make it through. I think they will be the ones going to the semifinal to play England. And Yeah, I think they play better as a unit. I know Portugal won the Nations League, and again, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but Ronaldo does not improve that team. He's insane, obviously, in his prime. He just overall, as a legacy, he's an incredible player, but it really is time to hang up the boots. I know you look at the stats, it says he has like 40 whatever goals in like 30 games, but it's in the Saudi league, man. It's different. It's different when you're going up against part-time like shawarma store employees, and when you're going up against Cuti Romero and Virgil van Dijk and whatnot at the top level. I also don't count the Nations League. I mean, on paper, yeah, he scored against Spain. He scored against Germany. You look at that Germany team; half these guys don't even make the squad anymore. So I think it will be Argentina that go through, defeating Portugal, which means Ronaldo will end his career without a World Cup. Over here, France and Spain. This is one that happened at Euro 2024. Um, Obviously, Spain came out on top in that one, but that was a completely different France team. Spain haven't looked the same, honestly, since the Euros. They got a lot worse, I want to say, but still formidable team. I think it's going to be France though that goes through to the World Cup final. On to here, England and Argentina. It's going to be England for me. I think they will be defeating Argentina. They will go through. It'll be a close game. Both of these games are going to be super, super close. I might do a video closer to the tournament where I'll predict game by game, like scores and all. But I think England will be going through here. On to the third place playoff, we have Spain against Argentina. What should have been the finalissima, but we obviously didn't get it. I'll give it to Argentina. I think they were going to win the finalissima. I think they have that heritage, they have that experience. They've been there, they've done that. I think they will beat Spain, which means Spain finish fourth. Argentina get the bronze medal at third. And finally, we are on to the World Cup final, the biggest game in all of sports, the biggest event in all of sports. France versus England, a centuries-old rivalry, all to be decided here in New Jersey on July 19th. And I think that the winner of the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be France. They make their third World Cup final in a row, which is an incredible feat. They will defeat England, who get second place. Silver, they come short again. That's 3 major tournaments in a row, not counting the 2022 World Cup, where they come short. They finish second. This match happened at the last World Cup, actually. France obviously came out on top. Harry Kane skied that penalty, which I feel he might do again in this game, but I doubt it. He was incredible back then, but he's much better now than he was back then, in my opinion at least. Argentina will finish third. Spain will come fourth. I believe the top scorer of this World Cup is going to be Mbappe, tied with someone else who I'm not sure yet. I'll save that prediction for later. I think the player of the tournament is going to be Michael Elise, and I think he'll get it just because they won the tournament. And I think this World Cup, obviously, will determine who gets the Ballon d'Or eventually, because now it really is just between Michael Elise and Ousmane Dembele. Kvaratskhelia, he's not in the tournament, he's not going to be competing for this. Harry Kane, although I do think he is the current Ballon d'Or favorite, I don't think he wins just because the World Cup has so much influence. We saw that in 2022 when Messi beat out Haaland. And yeah, that's my World Cup prediction. I think France win the tournament. Obviously, this is just my opinion. None of this is fact. It's all just based on vibes and how I feel. I'll make a more in-depth video, many, many more in-depth videos as we get closer to the tournament. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions. Let me know how you think I did. And obviously, if you're watching this during or after the tournament, let me know how I did. You can clown me in the comments, or you can praise me if I did good. I don't know. we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe, share, check out the other videos. I made one yesterday about Jose Mourinho to Real Madrid. I ranked the summer signings. You can follow me on socials. It's all linked in the description. If you want more football content, obviously, like I said, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Thank you. Have a nice day.